Welcome back to Parker's Nerf channel. So this is the Cosmetic Mod series, and this blaster that I've got here, this Nerf Elite Disruptor, belongs to my wife. And she has decided that she wants her blaster painted purple and pink. So she has selected the following colors. You can see the pink and the purple over here. Or is that lilac? I've got no idea. For me it's pink and purple. We've selected a plastic primer to apply to the plastic of the Nerf blaster once it's been sanded. So what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you the different steps along the way where I maybe disassemble it, where we spray it, and ultimately what it would look like in the end. So obviously this episode is not going to take place over just a single day with me sitting down and doing it, but I will be filming a single episode showing the different steps along the way. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get going. Step one is just to open the blaster up. Get the body panels removed and make sure you don't lose any screws. So you can see I'm keeping all the screws here in a little box. But this is not good enough. Next we need to gut it. So all the internals and everything has to come out. Okay, let me get to that. Right, so as you can see, I've actually removed all the internals. Another key thing to remember is to keep your springs with your screws. Don't lose your springs. Some of these parts we can't paint. It's detrimental to paint any moving parts. So this part can go into the box, as we will not be painting that at all. The drum or the rotating part of the revolver, this is up for debate. Ideally you should not paint the back part or where it needs to be moving, but on the exterior you can paint it if you want. I'll still need to discuss this with my wife. The trigger mechanism, I've seen people paint it, but the reality is if you paint it, you're going to get scuff marks on it as you use it, and the paint is going to come off. So it's also not a good idea to paint it, so I will put this in the box as well. This is a little part that fits on the top of the gun for when you use the rail. I don't have any strong feelings about it. It can probably be painted. And then there is the front part of your barrel of your disruptor. Ideally, because it's a toy, it should stay the orange color to indicate that it is a toy. But I know that some people paint there, so it's up to personal preference at this point. Right, so the next step now for me is to see if I can get these gray parts of the disruptor dislodged from the blue to just make it easier for painting. The same with the dark gray parts. I've never done that before, so let me see if I can actually get it taken apart. Right, as you can see, I've actually managed to get the different colored pieces of plastic detached from each other. This will make it so much easier for painting. So here you can see part of the body of the disruptor. Here is the handle, and here is the back piece of the handle, and it just simply clips in. Alright, so where to from here? What we need to do now is we need to roughen up the surfaces of the paint of the blaster so that the paint can actually stick to the shell. Something to note that I have actually read before, I've never experienced it myself, is that these white areas here on the body, if you want to paint that, you'll need to sand that off, because the paint does not stick to that itself. The same with the Nerf logo. I've actually advised my wife here not to paint the color, the handle, and keep the light grey, as I think that will go very well with a color scheme. Alright, so next is the sanding part.